Hello everybody and welcome back to another fantastic episode of the AniGains podcast. It's episode number 29 and thankfully we are not joined by Noah Campbell. So it will be a fully legible conversation. You don't need subtitles. So audio listeners are currently winning at the minute. It's just me and Qaisthetics, the brains of the podcast. Some would say. Some would say. The smart ones would say. Either way, Kez, how are you, mate?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm pretty tired, not gonna lie. It's been pretty full on over the last few weeks. I've had double show weekends, and then in between the double show weekends, we've been having the pretty much non-stop posing sessions, as well as being on bikini girl calories at the minute. So I'm on like sub 2,000 calories at the minute, all whilst doing that. So yeah, your boy is in the trenches. How about yourself?
I'm sort of on the other side of the trenches, where it's like you're also busy, but like you're also just like sort of fat and lethargic, and like doing a certain amount of anything is like, you know, you breathe hard all day, every day, and people ask you, oh, what's going on? Why are you breathing so hard? And it's like, I'm about 30 pounds above. I'm considered morbidly obese if I was to take a BMI test. So, a morbidly obese man and a man who is currently eating rabbit food somehow have a lot in common. But we've been using this time quite productively, because whilst I've been eating enough food for 3 people and Kez has been eating enough food for half a person, we've got to work on a pretty cool project. Am I right?
We have indeed. So I've had this idea for a good while now, and I'm amazed no one else has done it, or no one else has done it that well, in my opinion. Yeah. So obviously here at AniGains, we love anime.
We love anime.
We also love men's physique here at AniGains.
We love men's physique.
So when you combine anime, men's physique, what do you get? Anime board shorts.
Anime board shorts, yes.
That's what we get. So obviously, because we do not produce our own board shorts, we were like, okay, who do we want to facilitate this this venture, I suppose? And who else than our good friend, Mr. Gerald Alavazo at Vazo Boardshort. So obviously we know Gerald quite well. We absolutely love the Vazo shorts. I've worn them on stage. And yeah, they're really, really cool shorts. So Gerald was the perfect guy to like kind of collab with this, I suppose. So yeah, I put together the idea forward to Gerald, and he was on board. He thought it was a pretty cool idea. And then I got to work, so I don't know if I can legally say this, right? But basically, I just put some prompts in ChatGPT. So I think I'm trying to think what the prompt was. It was just like, come up with the top 10 ideas for anime-inspired board shorts. And a lot of them were pretty rubbish, not gonna lie. But some of them I'm like, okay, there's something in that there. And then I had to like refine it further and further. I'm like, okay, until I get something like I can see that doing well. Obviously you're not going to get to like the final design on ChatGPT, so I sent them over to Gerald, and then Gerald's like, just work your magic on them, and then make them into a really cool design. And yeah, we got with 3 final choices. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen. Let's have a look. It says it's accessing my screen.
Fun fact: the 3 anime that were picked, I do believe, are the because we went backwards and forwards on like a couple shows, a couple of ideas, and what show should get which color palette. And I'm very, very happy with the choices that have been done.
Likewise, I think there's something for everyone in here. I didn't want anything too similar to the other shorts, so I wanted 3 different color schemes. So obviously we start with the black and red ones. So these are the Eclipse. Legally, I don't know if we can say this, but obviously they're inspired by Berserk.
You can legally say that they're inspired by.
They're inspired by Berserk, yeah. So obviously you've got the sacrifice emblem here, and then we've got the little eclipse here as well, along with like this blood red sky, which is pretty cool. I mean, I would literally rock these on stage. I don't know about you.
Well, this was you were using the word "I" a lot. I came up with these. This was my idea. Well, the theme was a black and red pair of board shorts, and in my head, the first thing that came to me, that one was bespoke and hasn't been done by another company, but two, more so like what is actually visually captivating is the eclipse within the Berserk arc. The level of detail that goes into that sort of part of the story, and also just the sort of idea of just straight hell, is something that I wanted to signify, and something that we wanted to show on a set of board shorts. And I think the brand of sacrifice has very much been taken just in like the gym bro community, because I see a lot of people wearing like t-shirts with the brand of sacrifice who've never read a page of Berserk, just because like it's cool and it's just sort of like base to that. But yeah, man, like we've got a panel, like a misty panel of essentially the eclipse with the sun over the Vazo logo, and then obviously the brand of sacrifice on the separate leg of the short, which is super cool. I'll probably cop a pair of them, I'd say.
Yeah, man.
Or
yeah, man.
There's another pair in here which I very much like.
Yeah, so we'll go on to the next pair. This is all blue, as you can see by the little Jolly Roger.
This is Jolly Roger.
Yeah. Something inspired by Jolly Roger, by the way. Yeah. This is inspired by One Piece. So you can see here we've got a little like wave. We wanted it like, I think the initial ChatGPT design, or the one that Gerald sent, was a bit too pictury initially. So we wanted something where it's like, it's not gimmicky and it's something that is going to actually look good on stage. So we wanted it a little bit more of an abstract wave here. So obviously that's very, very One Piece, and like traditionally within men's physique, like having blue shorts, they always do well. Like blue shorts like complement your physique really well in terms of how they contrast with the tan, and how they like contrast with like the stage lighting and everything. So obviously for you fans of One Piece, hashtag Noah Campbell, obviously these are going to be pretty cool shorts to wear. I don't know about what you think about these.
I mean, well, to be fair, I've had a couple of people message me about them, and what we very much hit what I wanted to hit. So obviously we made the fan. These are the AniGains shorts, the non-official AniGains shorts, but we wanted them to be wearable to just everyone. My biggest gripe with when it comes to sort of anything that's like anime wear or anime like say streetwear is that it becomes way too niched to a box where it's not wearable to the general public. Like we said, blue board shorts, statistically speaking, make you carry your physique the best on stage. I know people that will want to wear these who don't know a fucking thing about One Piece, which is it's really cool to think about. I like these, and I don't even really like blue board shorts personally. I've never seen anything with like a straight up wave. This actually looks like something I'd probably go surfing in.
Man. I mean, literally. I mean, you don't even need to be in men's physique to wear these as well. Literally, you see Kath Sales here. Kath Sales is a bikini athlete, and she's got a pair.
Yeah.
Of the Eclipse ones. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm not a men's physique athlete, I can't wear these. Think again. Hey, you can wear these. Are
you not ever going to go swimming in your life?
Literally,
I
like
Vazo Boardshorts to go swimming. They're good. They're good.
Yeah,
like they work very well.
Exactly. The name is in the name, board shorts, right? And then we get to the third pair. Like honestly, these like when I saw this design, I was like, this is it. This is my favorite design out of the lot. Yeah. I just think it's so original. It's something that hasn't been done before in board shorts, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, man, obviously we've got Genesis. So you can see by the Nerve logo, it is inspired by Neon Genesis Evangelion. And you can see sort of like the purple panel and the green. It's Eva Unit 1, which is piloted by Shinji Ikari. Yeah, man. I just love like the little green neon sort of pattern here on the sides. I think it will look really, really good on stage as well. With the little, I suppose, panel design with the purple. Purple board shorts, I love. I think they will go well with the tan as well. And then you've just got the green accent, which just makes it pop even more. So, yeah, this like stood out. I mean, I would literally wear this on stage. I might even get a pair for myself, to be honest.
Yeah, like 100%. I've loved the custom like Vazo logo at the back of them as well. It very much reminds me of do you ever play Jet Set Radio, or you know of that sort of like aesthetic?
Yeah.
Like, that's massively. I mean, Neon Genesis as an anime sort of is that anyway. But like in terms of like capsulating like that early sort of 2000 era. But these are, you know, like we said, like I've not seen a company do like really, really good like purple or even just neon shorts before. And I think that like if you want to stand out on stage and like in the right way, you don't have to know everything about Neon Genesis to, you know, to know that these are going to look fucking cold. Yeah, man.
I mean that. Yeah. Sorry, go for it.
I think it's going to take one person to wear these shorts, and then immediately everyone is going to be like, "Bro, where did you get those shorts?"
Yeah,
you know, like, it will take one person looking good under a set of stage lights because it's not been done. But man, to be honest, I said I'd get the Berserks, but I don't know. I'm very, very twisted between the two because like the Berserks have not been done from like a sort of like that's a bespoke concept. Like no one's made a pair of Eclipse shorts, but there is legitimately nothing like those Neon Genesis shorts, and it's like I wish I was competing this year because I'd probably rock those ones to like finals or something.
You
know, last thing you want, bro, and I'll say this straight up, like once these are gone, like they're not resale.
Yes.
So
I will tell you now, in total between the three there are 20 pairs. And I will tell you now, we've already sold a third of them.
These have been up for like, what,
21 day
hours? Yeah,
24 hours. We've sold a third of the shorts. So this will be uploaded maybe Wednesday. So just to let you know, if you the more will be sold by that point. So if you do want to get some, let me know. Just drop me a DM with your preferred design and your preferred size, and we'll do it. As I said, we'll be selling them exclusively in person at the MBW, but we cannot guarantee we'll have your design and size. So if you do want to pre-order, let us know like ASAP.
Obviously, you don't have to be at the NBW to receive a pair. Also, just to clarify, like you can order these shorts and like we can send them out to you, meet you at a show or whatever. You get to meet the AniGains host in person. Wow.
Literally.
Yeah, fuck me. Don't actually. Just buy the pair of board. You can do that if you buy a pair of the board shorts, mate. How about that?
Exactly.
I don't know if we can actually legally say that, but whatever. Either way, buy the shorts whilst they're in stock, because they are selling out fucking fast. I mean, if we're even accounting for the 3 pairs that are going to get sold between the AniGains hosts.
Oh, literally, that's half of them. That's half of them gone.
Yeah, that's half gone. So I can guarantee the rest will sell out on the event of that day as well, bro. Like, do you know? Like, it's genuinely crazy. Do you know how many times I've seen men's physique athletes pull up to a show who just don't have shorts? Who will just like buy short or try and get shorts?
Mate, let's go. Let's segue into the UKDFBA. The winner of the overall, Prince, right? This guy rocks up in his blue Primark shorts to every single show. It's absolutely insane. Fair play, because he's got a crazy physique. Yeah. But he would look so much better if he was actually wearing men's physique board shorts.
These specific animations.
These ones. Yeah. If he was rocking the all blues,
he loved
game over.
One Piece. I can guarantee.
I reckon Prince loves One Piece.
Yeah, so up to date with it.
Let's just ask him. Let's just ask him next time we see him. We will see him at a show. 100%. He'll be competing.
I do, mate.
Well, actually, he's now a UKDFBA pro, so he's going to be competing in the pro show at the MBW.
Mate,
so let's be like, Prince, come on.
I will drag him to our booth and say, Prince, mate, fucking sort it out, mate. Get the pair now. I'll throw his Primark shorts away. I'll be like, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. These are better. But yeah, fair play to Prince, man. He looked fucking class. And to be fair, that UKDFBA show standard was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
No, it was really good. It was really good. That open men's physique lineup was very deep. There were guys who didn't place in the top 5, who did get like a top 5 placing in WNBF. So it goes to show the standard was really, really good. But you're going to give a couple of shout outs to my boy Harry. So he finished 2nd in the Open to Prince. Really, really good physique, lovely lines, lovely shape, good posing as well. And then obviously the boy Ryan was on a bit of a tear at the minute in the junior lineup. So obviously he had the win at the PCA in the juniors, went to WNBF, didn't quite place in the open lineup, and now does another junior class and wins that again. So it was 2 out of 3, and then he's going into PCA Naturals this weekend. So that should be interesting to see how he does there. Fingers crossed he can get a couple more good results, because he'll be doing Saturday show. Hopefully get a qualification for finals, and then fingers crossed do well. He'll get it. Yeah. And then fingers crossed do well on the Sunday at finals as well. So we shall see. But as well as that, there was the bodybuilding where the standard was amazing, like really, really good. I don't know if you saw some of the lineups.
Oh yeah, bro. Like I remember seeing that like open lineup. There were 4 dudes in that open lineup who I looked at, and legitimately, if you would have told me that like they were like assisted, I would have been like, yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Like, condition, shape, muscularity, posing even was like pretty damn good from some of them. Yeah. Like Dario was in that lineup as well, wasn't
Dario came 3rd. Dario, who won the overall at the WNBF. And then ended up finishing 3rd. Actually, I want to give a shout out to the guy who finished 2nd, Foster Nosa. Foster competed in men's physique the year before, and I think he got 2nd or 3rd or something in men's physique. And he's got a good set of legs on him. I'd say his upper body still is a little bit overpowering, but mate, he's made massive progress. So he's coached by Lewis Jones from Pro Coach. So yeah, man, shout out to them. They've smashed it. Another class I had my eye on for a good reason was the Novice Classic Physique class, because I was just thinking, can I just do this next year? Can I just enter a novice class and just do it? I don't know what the rules are on that. Like, if I haven't competed in a division before, can I be a novice even though I'm pro?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. It's like you've won a show.
In men's physique.
Doesn't matter. You've won a show.
We'll see. I'm going to try entering novice classic physique, because I look at that and I'm like, I don't think I'd do too bad in that.
Yeah?
We'll see. We'll see. Next year. Next year, maybe. I say WNBF Pro entering a novice class. Let's just see how that goes.
Yeah, man. Really punching up, bro.
Yeah, that's really it, bro. Cool. Got to get my wins where I can get them.
Wins. Like, fuck it, man. Like, to be fair, the standard of that show was really, really cool. And it makes me quite excited to think, could the NBW show be the natural show of the year? Or is it going to be that PCA finals, natural finals? What do you think, based on what you've seen?
I would say amateurs, probably PCA, just because I know the people who have done the previous naturals who are going into this are pretty crazy, especially in men's physique. I think men's physique amateur is going to be crazy for PCA. Bodybuilding, however, I think NBW, the guys who do bodybuilding tend to go for UKDFBA, like the really good natural open bodybuilding athletes. So I think the standard in open is going to be better with the UKDFBA. Open classes in PCA are a bit quieter, so I don't think it's going to be as good, to be honest.
To be fair, one of the guys, I know his name on Instagram is like The Eliminator. I think he won the Naturals 2 I believe.
Did he? Because he just won the UKDFBA.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like, so he's doing both.
Yeah. So like
he's coached by Adam Powell.
Yeah, fair play. And Adam Powell will be at the NBW as well.
He will. He'll be competing in the Pro Show.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Wait,
because he's
wouldn't Oh wait, no. To be fair, his client might be Mr. D himself.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Eliminator.
I mean, literally Dario. Dario is now a pro, so
yeah.
Possibly he'll be in the.
If Mr. Eliminator he wins his. Sorry,
that's his government name.
The Mr. Eliminator. If he wins his PCA Pro card, I don't know if it
doesn't count. It's not recognised.
If it's an NPCA Pro card,
it's not recognised.
PCA Pro.
No. It's not recognised by the NBW. It's like it has to be a legit actual natural federation.
But PCA have been hosting natural shows.
Yeah, but it's not like WNBF, UKDFBA, OCB. Like it's not part of that.
You're telling me OCB will get a step in, but PCA wouldn't?
I believe so.
I think they should make an exception for Mr. Eliminator. If you pass the drugs test and you've got a pro card in another federation.
Wait, didn't he win his UKDFBA pro card? I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's already a pro.
Will be at the NBW Pro Show then.
Yeah. However, I think the bodybuilding pro show is going to be nuts. So there are going to be people from Europe who are coming to do it, which is going to be pretty cool. Yeah. And the men's physique pro show is going to be very, very interesting. So you're going to see a lot of the same faces you saw in the WNBF come to do this, which is going to be pretty mad. And maybe a few new faces who get pro cards as well. So some that have got them in the WNBF, and obviously, hopefully, Prince with some new board shorts from the UKDFBA. So yeah, that's gonna. And I've actually got a client from America that's coming to do it. So it's called Andrew Lim. He is a men's physique and classic physique pro. So he's coming to do it. So that should be pretty cool to see him in that physique pro lineup.
And we are back. Kez's dodgy northern internet is absolutely awful. But now he's, at least in my screen, he's fully HD. And I think he should be fully HD in yours too. So, nothing to stress about. We are all good. So now we can get into the meat and gravy of the episode. The anime tourists. Kez, do you want to give a little sort of explanation as to something big's been going on within the sort of anime community, and it's about time the AniGains boys swing their nuts on it. So, Kez, just
I think so.
No.
So, I mean, I'd like to think I'm kind of like tuned into the anime world of especially YouTube. So on my feed, it's a couple of bodybuilding videos here and there, but honestly, it's mostly like anime hot takes and what's going on in the anime world. And I saw a video and it was titled The Anime Tourism Problem. I can't remember the name of the guy. I watch quite a lot of his videos and he's actually a really good anime YouTuber. But the whole topic is people, and this was, triggered by a video of some kids called the Anime Men, who, and it's a good idea for a video, is watching the first episode of an anime and ranking it, so giving it a grading. And basically the whole thing was they were watching anime from the 70s or 80s, like Astro Boy, and then just giving it a rubbish rating just because it didn't have top tier animation or crazy boss fights or something like that. And the whole topic is people who got into anime from maybe the early sort of 2020ish or maybe around COVID when they didn't have a lot going on, and they kind of just like, okay, I'm just going to give this anime thing a chance. And they got into an anime, say Demon Slayer or whatever it is, whatever was trending at the time. And since then, they've kind of like made anime their whole like personality trait, I suppose. Despite only liking maybe popular shonen anime with great animation and boss fights that maybe don't have as much substance at cough solo leveling. And then kind of taking over the anime community and then presenting themselves like they're the authority figure within like the anime community. And I think like the unks of anime aren't too happy about that. They're not too happy, and like they're like the real anime fans kind of. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like in the middle of them too, where I'm not like an OG. I haven't been watching anime since I was like 9 years old. Well, if you don't class Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and Dragon Ball, then I started. Well, I didn't start like when I was at uni, so 2015, 16, I'd say around then. So I'm not somewhere in between them. So I think I can speak from both sides. I honestly don't mind people getting into anime like at a later age. It's fine. People discover it at later dates. But I think when you're watching it, I think you like, especially if you're going to call yourself like an actual anime fan, you do have like, you should try and get yourself into different aspects of anime and different genres to actually appreciate it as a whole and what actually inspired these newer gen anime, and at least have a basic understanding of it rather than thinking, shonen good, everything else bad, boring, poor animation. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's a very narrow-minded view to have, to be honest. I don't know what you think.
I mean, I would probably say, in all honesty, and this we may get flack for this because I'm probably on the other side, where I'd say I'm leaning. I would say I'm in the middle, but probably leaning closer towards the justification of anime tourists, right? Because I think there's a fair amount. First of all, I'll preface that by saying, if you command yourself as an authoritative figure within the space of, my opinion is correct because I feel strongly about this, regardless of which side of the fence you're on, you're cringe. Like, I think what's important to remember is that, like, these shows are meant to be enjoyed as long as people enjoy them and they have something to talk about, with their friends, and their friends can get into something new, then that's cool. But I think when you almost want to speak on things with an air of, dismissive of, you have to appreciate all of these old shows, or, you can't like this show unless it's, a good show has to contain this, and that, like, I understand that, like, you are just stating preference at the end of the day, and that, like, whilst there may be preferences that you agree to and don't agree to more, people are allowed to, like, like what they like and have an opinion on that. The video of the anime men that they uploaded, in which they said that, like, those, like Astro Boy, for example, they said that, like, that was an awful show. I wouldn't agree with, but at the same time, I wouldn't be like, "What, death to you! You didn't respect the old time show. You don't know what you're talking about, idiot, bucko." Like, that's their opinion. They're like, the anime men are like kids, and there's very much like a supply and demand when it comes to these shows. There's a reason why, like, shows like Solo Leveling will do well, but also, like, that's not the first show that was like that. Like, Isekai has been popular since Sword Art Online, which came out when I was 11 or 12 years old, and that was like when I was first getting into anime. So I saw that, like, as it was releasing and airing, and, like, I knew sort of who it was for. It wasn't really for me, but, like, that show did really well. And then that sort of, like, birthed that whole genre of, Isekai anime. And, like, what came from that was, like, some great shows. Konosuba being one of them, like, that's, like, legitimately one of my favourite shows, and that came from a sort of parody of the Isekai, and I think it's, like, a genuinely very good show. So I think there's it's a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but as something gets more and more popular, that will attract all different types of people, and people need to understand that, like, there's going, when something does get more mainstream, smaller communities will turn bigger, which means you get a different influx of opinions. But if more shows are being created for more individuals, that is net a good thing. Because when I first got into anime, it wasn't even cool to like it. Like this whole thing of like being like, oh, people can't get into anime because it's now they're only into it because it's cool to like now. Yeah, I remember when it fucking wasn't. We wouldn't have this show if it wasn't cool to like. This would still have to be a hidden interest, bro. I don't know about UKs, right? But see, if I went to school with people and they found out that like my big plans for the evening is that I'm gonna fucking sit down with a big bar of Toblerone and like, you know, watch like fucking Tokyo Ghoul, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. I'm getting beat up, bro. That's lame. But like, if that's cool for kids now, fair play, man. I didn't get to grow up with that.
So
I think relative, you know.
Yeah, I think one of the big gripes was those people who are saying, you like anime, you're lame, are the same people now who are hopping on the anime train because it's cool or it's cooler because of like TikTok edits and everything, and they're kind of switching up. And I'm not saying that's what I think, but that's like the narrative.
Yeah. But it's a painted narrative. You've clearly got like this... And, you know, I get why people feel a strong way about it. Like, if I got made fun of for liking this shit, I'm very, very hesitant to then see somebody else who, you know, would... Especially, like, when these people are, like, say... I don't know, let's say... Okay, I need to be very, very careful with my words here.
Say it.
But let's just
say... it with chest.
Well, all different types of people are fan of anime. You know, all different... shapes, sizes, facial appearances, and hygiene factors are all a fan of anime, right? So when somebody who biases maybe like a more conventionally attractive look has an opinion or has something to say on anime, you kind of question that, because that's not the anime fan that, you know, if you as a person who is potentially, you know, chronically online, maybe grew up, maybe that's not what you're used to seeing. So you might just not like that individual because of, you know, what they look like. But like that doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean that they don't have the right to voice an opinion. I don't understand how anything like getting bigger and a sort of an industry that caters, by the way, for everyone, getting bigger and providing more for everyone is not a bad thing. I don't know what the best grossing film of this month is, but if you told me 10 years ago that Demon Slayer would be doing better than Jurassic World, I wouldn't believe you. I would have laughed in your face. I'd be like, no one is going to the cinema to watch Demon Slayer, because they'd all get beat up. That's what happens to me every time I go try and watch Demon Slayer. There's no way that you could pull up to the cinema. We pulled up to the cinema dressed as Demon Slayer characters, and we didn't get beat up. And that to me signifies that this is a win. Okay, because people actually didn't laugh at us. One person did, but everybody else had photos taken. I guess the point I'm trying to say is that, you know, you almost like need to... There's going to be good opinions. There's going to be very bad opinions. There's going to be opinions that you agree with. There's going to be opinions that you disagree with. But if people are enjoying anime, and more anime is getting made, and it's getting shown in theatres more, guess what? As you as an enjoyer of whatever you're like, because you're allowed to like whatever you like, you get to consume more of that. That's good. You know, imagine if it was banned. It's like, anime is banned in Russia. Does that mean the AniGains podcast is banned in Russia too? Are we... No, we're allowed to stream in Russia.
I don't know. Well, I don't know why... If anime was banned in Russia, I don't know why anyone would be watching this.
Let me double check. Let me fact check this. No, but do you know what I mean? Like, if it was, like, that would suck. If they like...
Yeah,
if
Russia has a massive... Yeah.
In Russia... In India? No. Russia. Okay. Anime as a whole is not banned in Russia. However, Akira and Attack on Titan are banned in Russia. So certain, like, because of like censorship law. Well, what do those anime have in common, bro?
Gore.
Huh? What? I said, what do
do they
those
have in
anime have
common?
in common? Yeah. Akira
Gore.
and Attack on Titan. Gore? Not gore, bro. Politics. You know?
Lots of anime have politics, though.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm saying, right? Let's move aside from that. If there was censorship laws, if we couldn't watch Attack on Titan within the UK anymore, do you understand the uproar that would cause? Like that, who wants less? Who wants less of something we all enjoy?
Do you know there's a thing called a VPN?
I know there's a thing called a VPN. It doesn't matter though. What I'm saying is, I don't want to have to download a VPN to watch my show. I want to be able to go out and like talk to people about my show. And if I don't like their opinion, that's fine. It goes for anything else. You don't have to like the same music to taste as other people. Do you know how many fake, quote unquote, like fake metal fans I speak to in the space of a day? Like, yeah, I'm into metal. Like, who do you like? Oh, MGK. Sleep Token. I'm like, yeah, cool. All right, never mind, bro. let's end that conversation. You know what I mean? But like, again, I remember it was not cool to like that. If you told kids in school that you liked Asking Alexandra as a kid, you're getting beat up. You're getting beat up with me, who's also getting beat up for going home and watching Tokyo Ghoul. So both those kids are getting beat up. You know, it goes both ways for like any community. Where I think learning to get along and learning not to gatekeep is very, very important if you want something to grow as an industry. That goes for bodybuilding as well, man. Like, I think we said this. It was like
We did.
Like,
we had a big conversation on this.
it's the same thing, just in a different font. I don't get why people not going for something and not trying to get into something is bad. I think people wanting to gatekeep. I think gatekeeping is bad. You don't want to sit at the gate and tell somebody, no, you can't come in. Like, that's, I don't know. Exclusiveness is not what this is about. Especially if you felt isolated for liking it. Very hypocritical, in my opinion. So that is this show seething with hate comments. Seething with hate comments. But they sat through the first half of the show, so they've all bought the Boardshorts. And now they hate us. They hate me specifically. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
I can deal with.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Right then, excellent. Should we answer some questions?
We do have some questions.
So do you want to go on the AniGains page first?
Sure.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Ian Talbot Balf asks, Cam, when you next compete, what are your goals? So he doesn't care about my goals, apparently. Cheers, Ian. Cheers, Ian.
All right, well...
Yeah,
okay,
I won't tell you my goals, it's fine.
Okay, well, thank you, Ian, for the question. I love to speak about myself and myself exclusively.
We know.
I'll also pose the question to Kez after this, because I'm at least curious.
Okay.
But for myself... you know, I think a lot of people say, like, oh, I want to win an overall, I want a pro card. I've simply ascended beyond these wants. Some people say, oh, I want to bring my best to the stage. You know, that's obvious. Everybody wants to do that. What I really want is I want my own fast food item, Ian. I want the Cam's Fitness meal, okay? I want to do so well in a show that I command enough respect to have my own exclusive menu item at a fast food establishment. That to me speaks to me more than a pro card, more than anything, because what is better? What's the best part on show day? Winning a sword? It's a gold trophy? Seeing your loved ones, making progress, making connections? Or is it going for an off-plan afterwards? You know, you see one of those in the highlight reel every time. And people are the most excited for the off-plan. And that's where I come in. That's why I want the Cam's Fitness meal. I'll be honest.
Is that going to be at Chicken George?
Naturals, oh, hopefully. Mate, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it if they introduced the Cam's Fitness meal. I want a mango Rubicon burger with a mango Rubicon on the side. You know what I mean? And then some Cajun fries.
Cam's Fitness special sauce on there.
Yeah, the secret goo.
That's it.
That's what I want to get out of competing, Ian. I hope that answers your question. Kez, what do you want next season?
I mean, obviously, as everyone wants to be, like, significantly improved physique. Obviously, like, that's the main thing. I want to present a physique. I'm like people look at me and I think like, wow, like that is men's physique, and like more of a complete physique. In men's physique, and obviously like set a good example with the posing side of things, and like just as I said, explore different places, do different shows, maybe in different countries as well, and just make a statement at those shows. So a big thing for me, like WNBF Pro Show, I want to be competitive at it. If I could get a win, that'd be amazing at a pro show. Even like if I get like top 3 or like a first call out, that'd be really cool at like a competitive pro show, and just be in the mix. Like that's one thing I really want to do. Then with Two Bros, maybe give the natural pro qualifiers a go just to see how I do. Like that's not going to be my main goal, but maybe be at least, hopefully maybe win a regional and be competitive in a pro qualifier. Hopefully maybe win a class, who knows, and just see how I do. And then PCA, maybe if it aligns with the timeline and everything, maybe give Classic a go, maybe get like a top 3 if possible. If my legs look half decent in like a Classic PCA show, natural show, that'd be pretty cool. I think that's pretty much it really. As I said, like I'm not too like, I need, like before I was like, I need a pro card. Like I don't feel like I'm at that point now in my life or my career within bodybuilding. But I want to be competitive and I want to win. Like, I want to win every show I go into, but I'm not like, my whole self-worth is based on that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll see. As I said, I'm a bit more flexible this time with what's going to be going on with my season, so I'll just take it as it comes.
To be honest, just to add on to that last point there, with basing your worth based on, your sort of show expectations, don't do that. Like, never do that. Like, if you're watching this episode now and you think you have a certain idea of, oh, I need to get this out of my season, and if I don't, I'm a failure. Don't think like that. Like, that's... Your self-worth does not come from a placing. It does not come from a result in front of a panel of judges, nor, it really comes from how much do you value yourself and how much do you value the effort in which you're putting into what you're doing, right? If your posing is on point, if you've listened to everything that your coach has said, if you've tried to nail your condition to your coach's standard or whatever, and you brought a look that you possibly couldn't have done anything better towards for the day of the show, placing is just placing, especially within like your teen and your junior years, and especially if you're doing this just for fun, even if you're doing it for like business related purposes, but like if you're just doing this for the love of the game, man, bro, like, and you think less of yourself for what somebody else has to say about you, don't do that, man. Don't do that, because I get wanting to be competitive, but look to be better than yourself. You can spiral down a real bad rabbit hole if you start going the other way with that, So, quick PSA, we at the AniGains podcast love you regardless of where you place. Thankfully, everybody that does listen does do quite well in shows, to be fair. But that's irrelevant. AniGains fans are just different, to be fair. Came second to the guy that won his pro card. That's what would happen to an AniGains fan. Exactly. Dario secretly listens. He listens.
He definitely does. He loves it. Sweet.
Yeah.
Speaking of another great AniGains fan, we've got Josh Pleath with a message. So Josh was actually competed at the UKDFBA as well. I think he got 4th, I believe, in his class. It was a big class as well. There were like over 10 people, so he did well to get that first call out.
Yeah.
He asks, advice for someone starting out in the industry. Love you all. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Well,
do you want to take this one?
I mean, we can, but I think that kind of segues off of what I was just saying. Like, you know, like, to be honest, it's like if you want to start out in the industry, why do you want to do it? And I would say, first and foremost, don't base your worth off of how many X amount of clients
Likes
you have
or
for
followers.
Yeah, like, fuck all of that. Like, you should want to be in this industry because you love it. Because it is, you know, what you love to do. Trust me, man, like, there's a lot of, like, very sort of, let's just say, financially profitable industries in the space of the world, you know, like the fashion industry, the music industry, whatever. But the people that do the best, from my experience, are the people that love what they do. So just like, because everybody always just says start, but that doesn't mean fuck all. Like, start and do what? Start, get some motion behind you, you know, like, do what you do for the love of the game. Let's just say coaching, for example, right? Like, say, like, start up, get an idea of, say, like, for how you would want your business to be conducted. Look to examples of people that you've seen that's inspired you to want to do it. Ask them questions. Take on people for free. Get as much experience behind you as you possibly can. Get to the point where you're competent in knowing what you're doing. And whilst you're doing that, think to yourself, are you enjoying this? Are you actually present? Are you enjoying, you know, like, the sort of, like, capabilities and problem solving side of things? Because sometimes people get into it and they realize, oh, fuck, this is hard. This is a lot of work. I don't fully know all the things that I'm supposed to know. Well, this is a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I want to do this. That's fine. Like, you know, you need to find things and you need to get things into a spot in which you enjoy doing them, and then run with that. Because everybody, no two people do their business the same way. Like, how I coach is going to be very different to, say, how somebody like Noah coaches, for example. But the sort of common ground is that we both work very fucking hard because we love what we do. And that's just sort of the bottom line. And it's like, that is where you feel the most fulfillment. Not by social status, not by, like, how many X amount of clients you have, not by how much money do you make, you know, within the space of a month. All of that is noise, and I think that's fed to a lot of people to be like, okay, well, this is an idea of what success in the industry looks like, or this is an idea of what success looks like. Success looks like you being happy, in my opinion. So love what you do and do what you love. Be the best you possibly can at it. And I would say, when it comes to asking questions, bro, just ask as many. Like, reach out, bro. You got the AniGains podcast, boys, bro. Reach out. You know, like, that's what I would say. What, anything to sort of add an extension to that, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it from a slightly different approach, I suppose, in terms of, like, how to navigate specifically being in this particular industry and how to go about that. I mean, one thing is you need to work hard. Like, it just is what it is. Like, if you want to be successful as a coach, I think Josh is a coach, you're going to need to work hard. So that's on your clients first and foremost. So make sure you put a lot of effort into them and prioritize getting good results with them. Obviously, when you do that, you then have results. That results, then you can share on social media. And then when people see that result, they're like, I want to be in that situation. And they can identify with that person's struggle, where they were and where they've got to. And then they'll want that. And then eventually, over time, you build up more results. And that's kind of like a snowball effect in that way. Another thing as well is just share your own journey. Like, obviously, it's good sharing clients' progress and everything, but people buy from people. Like, they need to feel comfortable with you as a person. They need to hear your voice. Like, if you're not, I think Josh does do this pretty well. He does speak on camera and everything, so that's fine. But yeah, like, speak on your stories. Let people into your personality and who you are. and get a grasp for who you are as a person. They're going to feel more comfortable with you that way. Also, like, if there's anything different about you, like, don't hide it. For example, like, we're people who like Japanese cartoons, like, we share that, and that's like, okay, we have like a cool like niche of people who like follow that and identify with us, and who we've met through that, and I've got clients through that, and I'm sure Cam's got clients through that as well. So anything like that makes you makes you stand out, like, just lean into it. Like, don't try and copy other people, don't try and be some clone of whoever's most popular in the industry, because it's not going to work, and you're not going to be authentic, and you're not going to be yourself. People like authenticity in this industry, and relatability as well. Like, don't just share, okay, I've won this show, I'm shredded now. Like, show people into the journey, even when you're fatter in the off season. Like, highlight, okay, this is where I am, this is my physique, I'm focusing on my training now. Like just yeah, exactly. Like, Cam's fatness at the minute. So just like take people along the journey, just show them all steps, like show them like how it is on a daily basis, and then people will buy into you as a person and then follow you along. And this is how you build, I suppose, a following, a business, and then it's just how you gain traction, really. And then with the business, just obviously kind of treat it like a business as well, and make sure you do take marketing seriously. So make sure, like, obviously it's good sharing your journey like I've talked about, but you do want to get clients. So make sure you make it clear, I am a coach, I do have clients, I do get good results. I would never like cold DM people. It's not really my method of doing it. But what I would say is, if people show interest, engage in conversations. Like, this is how you get clients, is you spark engagement through natural conversations about any topic, and just speak to people, help people for free. Like, if someone has a question, how do you execute this particular exercise? Like, what do you think about this dieting method? Like, speak to them about it, speak to them about their problems. And when they see that you have some kind of knowledge about that particular topic, they're going to be more inclined to want to work with you. So just be willing to have conversations with people, and don't close yourself off thinking, pay for my service, otherwise I'm not going to tell you anything. Like, that's a bad mindset to have, and just be willing to help people for free. Be willing to put out content for free as well, which is educational, which is going to help people. And in the long term, that will help you get more clients. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover for that.
Yeah, mate, that's an absolute gold mine. Just a treasure trove into that. Actually, I will say, like, there's a huge, huge like element into, keeping people up to date with what you're doing. Because see, like, a lot of people will say, look, when you get fat, your engagement drops off. Mate, mine's the best it's ever been. Like, right now is like, I'm getting like more story likes and taps and stuff now that I'm fat than I was when I was shredded.
Nice.
Because you build it up over a period of time. Or maybe it's just like, maybe there's just a niche for Cam's fatness. Maybe I should just never get peeled again and just stay fat. Maybe
never compete. Or just,
do you know what, Josh?
Mate,
scrap all of that. Just show your feet, Josh. Just get your feet.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. I think we're going to have to cut this part of the podcast.
Just get your feet out, Josh. Your game will go through the roof. You'd be surprised. And don't do anything for free. Don't just get your feet out. Start charging for it after that, because, mate, you'll be amazed. Right. Should we move on?
Let's move on. Right, I don't know what questions you've got on your story now.
I've got a decent amount, to be fair. Are those all the ones from the AniGains page, yeah?
Yeah.
To be fair, we've spoken about that a lot. Okay, alright, so... Fucking hell, right. We've got two questions that'll be rather rapid fire, and one that's going to be a little bit longer, which will probably end up you and me debating. So,
by the way, I've got 4 questions on my story. By the way, just to let you know.
Okay. Do you want to go question for question? How?
Yeah. Let's
get the quick one.
Okay. I've got a quick one. Okay, if Kez, Shay has just asked me, if Kez could do an MP posing routine, what music would he choose? That's a good one. The thing is,
it's going to be about like 30 seconds. Like,
I've always envisaged me doing a classic routine to UC Big Girl. Like, that has just been stuck in my head for years now. Me doing that.
Yeah.
Men's physique.
It's got to be something slightly different. Like,
it'd probably be like because I do like posing reels to like R&B songs because it kind of fits with the flow of my posing. So it'd probably be something like that, like a Giveon song or something like that, where it's a bit more flowy.
Really?
With my I don't want anything too aggressive with my men's physique posing because the way I do it is not. It's more flowy and graceful. So it'd be something like lower tempo, a bit more chill. I think. Yeah. How about you? Well, other than animal that I've become, but yeah.
Well, to be fair, I've already done one to a posing routine, and the thing is, where your sort of like flow is a little bit more like flowy and graceful, more so like wavy. Mine's more like bold and like more. I want to say powerful,
dramatic.
There's a lot of like striking movements within there. So I would want something that's maybe a little bit harder. I mean, the thing is, I was very, very torn between what song I was going to actually pose to, because I had not even a day to think about it, because they told me that the day before after the Super Series, like, oh yeah, by the way, you'll be doing a posing routine. Send us an MP3 file by 6 o'clock, and that was at like 2. I was like, okay. Fuck, like that was like a lot of pressure to be like put on. I was like, okay, well, I need to choose quickly. I was very torn between something either from a video game, so say like Undertale's Hopes and Dreams by Toby Fox. If you've not played Undertale, by the way,
I haven't.
Mate.
Speaking of video games, you know One Punch Naz? He once posed to the Halo theme.
I was just about to say, like, something like the Halo theme. Yeah. Like, that's cold.
That was cold.
That's the reason. Yeah. So I think I'd probably either go for, maybe next time, Be Quiet and Drive Far Away, Deftones. There you go.
That's
very
sort
of, yeah, it's an sensational song.
Right. Your turn?
So yeah. On the same topic, Miles Jason Anderson has replied, favourite men's physique pose. What's your favourite men's physique pose, guys?
Front pose.
Yeah, also front pose.
Yeah, literally
like,
front pose.
Hands off. If we're going off,
hands off hip front pose.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Either that or my signature pose in PCA.
Which one? Oh, that one. Is that a pose though? That's more of a freestyle pose.
Well, just to avoid us having the same answer, I'm going to say the cam.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, cool. Okay, so Shay also asks, Cams will both say top 3 Monster Ultra flavors.
Right, we're going to be here for a fucking long time. We're going to be here for a long time. Right. So, myself. Number 3. I am going to have Ultra Hawaiian Blue. Have you tried that
Which one's that?
It's one of the newer ones. It's
No.
new, bro.
I haven't had it.
Yeah. That is... I think it's going to be dropping in stores soon. Probably within, like, mainstream retailers. Probably, I think... I want to say, like... a January, February sort of time. But it's like... It's very... It tastes like... Have you ever had one of the Monster fruit punches?
Yes, I have.
Tastes like one of those. Yeah. Bro, it tastes like... It's less caffeinated and more sort of juicy. It's very full. It's got a nice rounded texture to it.
Yeah.
I'm describing it like I go to like a wine tasting bar or something. But yeah. That's one of my favorites. Number 2 is Ultra White. Awesome flavor.
The go-to.
Works,
All reliable.
works great in the prep. Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like the all reliable, you know. It just hits any time. And my top pick, my number one pick, is the original zero sugar. That's the best one.
Oh man,
That's the best one.
That's
if you grew up
that is
drinking
wife
Monster
beater
Energy,
juice.
maybe for you it is, but for me, yeah, like if you grew up drinking Monster Energy, like that's okay. Hear me out. Hear my justification. Yeah. Think about when you first had Monster Energy. For me, it would have been 2010. That was like peak Skrillex. Peak,
Yeah,
you know,
I,
you're like.
I remember I
bang.
tried it and I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah. Because we weren't in the culture, bro. Like, what I'm saying, bro. Like, when were you ever hanging out at the skate park?
That's not the point.
Like,
The point is, it
would,
objectively tastes bad.
No, but I'm saying I have the nostalgia linked to that, right?
No, but if we're going just by the taste,
it doesn't taste well because I've conditioned myself to be like, oh my god, that's the one, bro. Because it takes me straight back to that portal of when I was just an innocent, free boy, and all I could care about was just 160 milligrams of caffeine in that flavor hits differently. And I don't think you can actually tell me anyone otherwise. Like, I feel a Monster Energy the most when it's that specific flavor. That's when I actually get the best caffeine utilization on from that. Listen, if I ever got a big session, I'm using that flavor there specifically. So those three are my three.
right?
What about you, Kes?
Okay. So number 3, I'm torn between two. Ultra Fiesta Mango, which is like the turquoise one. I don't know if you've had that one before.
Yeah. If you like that one, you like
Yeah.
the Ultra Hawaiian. It's like that, but better.
Yeah.
So when that drops,
I'm torn between
I'll
that.
get when I next see you.
I'm torn between that and the gold one. I actually really I think that the gold one is super underrated. It's like a pineapple type flavor, and I love pineapple. I love pineapple. I actually think that's one of the most underrated ones.
To be honest, right, I like all the monster flavors, but everybody dunks on that flavor. Those two flavors that you just said are like everybody's least favorite. Everybody dunks on
I
that.
like both of them. I think they're both pretty decent. And then number 2 is also ultra white. Obviously, all reliable. If I was to have one for the rest of my life, like every day, that would be it. I feel.
Yeah. I feel that.
And then number 1 is the peach one. I think that's absolutely incredible.
Really?
I think that's amazing. Yeah. It's so good. It's like the perfect balance between being fizzy and being sweet, in my opinion. It's top tier.
Flat, I find.
I love it.
It's a little
I absolutely love it.
The aftertaste isn't great.
I think it's fantastic.
To be fair, actually, I know why I'm saying that. Going off of bias, I used to have that when it first dropped. When I was working out of the warehouse job that I absolutely hated, that is when that monster first dropped. I used to get that every day. So I think I just don't like it because it takes me back to a worse time period in my life. Like literally the counter opposite of why I like the original one.
Fair enough.
It's okay. I think it's a little flat. I think there's a lot better other flavors. I would say Ultra Pink Strawberry Dreams and Rosa dunk on the peach one.
The strawberry one's horrible. The strawberry one is
don't
trash.
even start with that. It's literally like the white one. A little bit of strawberry juice in it. Don't
It's
even
literally
start with
awful. It's awful. Rosa is decent. But strawberry is like dreadful, like bottom tier.
No, it's not. Actually, there is one that is. I said I like all of them. There is one flavor I actually really don't fuck with, and it's a shame because the can design is my favorite. But it's a new one. It's called like Ultra Ruby. You know the one I'm on about. It's like pink and blue.
Yep.
That is shit. That is actually bad. I had that when it first came out, and I was like, bro, this is dog water. And I'm so excited because the can. I was like, bro, this will go crazy. Had a sip. I was like, this is ass cheeks. Yeah, it literally tastes like caffeinated bin juice. Awful. Absolutely awful. So there you are, Cher. Those are the definitive top 3 monster rankings. And I would trust my opinion on this because I've clearly consumed far more in my lifetime. So I've got more experience to speak about what I'm speaking. Forget everything I just said about gatekeeping earlier. I gatekeep this.
Yeah. Comment down below your top 3 as well.
Please do. Please do, actually. We'll be responding to all of them.
We will.
OB, definitively the best physique on the AniGains podcast. The man himself has asked, what do you do for work outside coaching?
Now or in the past?
I think he's referring to now, but we'll just say for context, mate. Like, we're all full time. We're all the AniGains podcast hosts do not concern themselves with third party employment. So yeah, before Kez, you were a process
I'll let
engineer?
you boys. Yeah, so I am actually the only one on the AniGains podcast who has a university degree, funnily enough. So I got a chemical. the only educated one, and therefore the only ones whose opinions you should trust. Right?
How many UCAS points do you have? How many UCAS points? Do you want to go points for points, bro?
Yeah,
mate, I've got a lot. I chose not to go to uni because it's a bloody. Okay, actually, we shouldn't get.
I did 5 A levels.
You did 5?
Yeah. I did maths, further maths, chemistry, physics, and computer science.
That is the most Asian top 5 A levels I've ever heard. I'm if there was law in there as well, I'd be like, yep, there you go. This is the Pentagon of Asian mother approval.
Indeed,
that's awesome.
Indeed. But yeah, so I did chemical engineering at university, and then just the natural career progression from that was going into process engineering. So I'm trying to think how many years. So I was 23, 5 to 6 years after that. I just had a few different roles around different areas. I moved to Liverpool for a bit. But yeah, basically just working in like different industries in like a similar sort of career within like process engineering or like product development engineering. But yeah, it was kind of like, it was cool. I enjoyed it for whilst I did it. And I was good at it because of like, I was good at the subjects and everything, but it got to a point where it was like, okay, I've kind of done it now. And it's like, I need something different. And that's kind of when I got into the posing side of things. And to be fair, the posing just kind of happened because I was known as being a decent poser, and I was just like, let's just give it a go. And then the more I got into that, the more I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with posing coaching and just helping different people. And I was like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And then, I like 2 years into that, then I went full time with the posing coaching, which was pretty cool. A lot of people were saying to me, like, you should have done it a lot earlier, as in taken the leap full time. Hindsight, I probably should have, to be honest, but I'm one of them where, like, I value stability quite a lot. So financially, I needed to be like, okay, this is definitely going to work from a posing coaching perspective, where I'm going to be like consistently earning more than I am from my like day job. And obviously it does take time to get to that level. So yeah, as I said, like that's how I did it personally. A lot of people take the leap a lot earlier than I did. But yeah, as I said, it's happened now. I'm glad I did it. Because obviously it's put me in a decent position, like financially, where I don't have to worry too much. But at the same time, I'm so glad I've gotten into the posing side of things now, because I feel like much more fulfilled in life doing something that like I truly love and I'm truly passionate about.
Yeah, man. And that's literally what we were just saying earlier. Like that's like the whole reason we do this is like because we're actually passionate about what we're doing now. So before I was into online coaching, I was an in-person fitness instructor, and I used to teach classes at a gym, and I won't say the name of the gym, but essentially I had to teach and almost act in a way that sort of wasn't myself at all. I had to, like sort of like push principles that I don't really believe in, for like a set wage. And I kind of knew, I was like, oh, well, I kind of had the ability to do this to a better standard and do this myself. So that's where I was like, this is not the dream. I remember I wanted something to do with fitness. I wanted to be in the space somewhat, but I knew that it just wasn't the dream for me. I already had experience, like personal training on the floor, but you had to stick to this very kind of strict code of conduct, and that restrictiveness just like tore away a part of my soul. It wasn't what I wanted to do, and it wasn't how I wanted to carry myself. So I went full-time. I didn't go full-time. I started up my own sort of like independent like online coaching thing, like when I was young, when I was like 22, and sort of like alongside doing that, I was also working like part-time in a warehouse just to sort of like, again, like Kez said, from a financial side of things, you want you want to earn an income, right? You want a decent amount of stability to yourself. So I was working these pretty much two things in tandem until it got to the point in which I was doing what I was doing because I loved it, and working in the warehouse was very much getting in the way of what I actually wanted to be doing, and because I was not half bad at what I was doing, I was getting more inquiries, and I was getting to the point where it's like, look, I can't actually stomach to work here in this job anymore. I just want to say, fuck it, take the risk, and regardless of where money is, income, because money to me is a hygiene factor. If you have enough to get by, that's fine, and I was able to get by when I went full-time into coaching, and now I literally earn, well, not to speak about money, but like, I'm in a position now that I didn't think I would be in when it comes to online coaching when I went full-time, like independent, and that's really just a sign to people just to be like, look, if you're passionate about doing something, or if you want to be out of a hole bad enough, just go after it, because you never want to be the person who does absolutely fuck all, stays in the position that they're in, and they hate on other people for trying something new, even if it comes across like you're being salesy, or like you're trying to go out your way. At the end of the day, you're trying to promote a business that you yourself are passionate about, so just go for it, man. Like,
definitely.
Yeah, so a quite a motivational answer to a question that I thought I was just going to say unemployed, lol.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of coaching, but
that's Noah's answer. We'll speak for him.
Yeah. Noah just sits around at goons all day, man. That's, he does that full time, actually.
Yeah. Does coaching on the side, yeah. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Okay. No, I can't say that. Right, okay. Last question I've got from Sonny. This is a little bit of a longer one, so Kez, if you've got some more.
I've got one more that's worth answering. So,
what was the one that's not worth answering?
I think you should start doing recaps for Bodybuilding Show each week. That would be interesting. We kind of do that already. Yeah.
We do that already, mate. Go back through the archive.
Right, so we've got another decent one. So I've got another decent one. What Easter eggs would you hide in anime board shorts for hardcore fans to catch? We've kind of got one, haven't we? That Gerald mentioned in the Eclipse ones. Do you want to speak about that?
How about this? How about if you can tell us what it is, you'll get an exclusive gift from us at the NBW. But you have to come to the NBW.
You have to come to the NBW.
If you can spot what it is, then you get an exclusive present from the AniGains boys.
Fair enough. Excellent.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a good way to answer.
Okay. Your question now.
Alright, so this one is from another fantastic, muscularly built listener of the AniGains podcast. Sonny has asked, who would win in a fight, Adult Gon versus Meruem?
Adult Gon.
Let's speak facts, right? So when Gon went into that flow state, Pito said he is on par.
On par with the
Meruem.
king. Yeah, he did.
And he said, I am so grateful that he is going all out like this on me and not the king. Now, that is somebody who is an absolute devout follower of the king, outright saying this would press him. You know, I mean, I'll say it from, like, a fight is a fight. You don't know how it's going to go down. What I would say is maybe Meruem. And here's why. Because what strategy did Gon employ when he was in that state?
Where
was his fight? But, like, as a technique, is that overly complex? See, when Meruem fights, he adapts to the fight constantly. So he learns over a period of time.
To be fair, Gon, you remember when Pito, like, tried to, like, sneak attack Gon, and he kind of, like, quickly dodged. So he did have some kind of awareness as to what was going on, and he did have, like, crazy reflexes.
Yes, I'll say that, but that's different to strategy. Being able to react to something is very different to being able to forecast something, right? So I would want to say adult Gon, but also at the same time, if we're talking about Meruem when he took the power from the other two ants, how he was, you know, at the very end of the series before he unfortunately passed.
Spoiler alert.
To the ultimate strategy. Well, it is. Adult Gon's already a spoiler, but to the ultimate strategist, Netero, who had planned for that attack to be long-standing poison. I would say, like, Meruem at the end of the series was close to unbeatable. Like, he was stupidly overly powered by that point. Point,
one thing I'm gonna say is, like, this is a separate topic. I still don't understand, like, fully how Gon got that powerful. I think it was, like, a bit of a writer's oversight, kind of like, you know how certain shows just throw in. It felt out of place with how they wrote the power scaling, and it's like, we're just gonna chuck Gon randomly getting overpowered to the point where he's as powerful as the king out of nowhere. It kind of felt like that.
I don't think so. So it makes sense with the power scaling because
it wasn't for me. It wasn't believable. It was cool when it was like, oh my days, this is happening, but it was like, where's this come from? Like,
but no, so like that's how, like, the power scaling works. So, like, there's a drawback to your power. Right?
Obviously,
and
he is.
I will be happily in eternal pain for the rest of my life. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
like,
see,
there was no consequence.
My problem was there actually wasn't a consequence in the end because Killua just got Aluka to heal him and everything was fine. That's my problem.
Yeah.
It kind of rewrote the stakes and the cost that Gon had to take to get to that point, and it was like, it's fine. He just did it. He got OP power, and it just got completely wiped clean, and he's fine now. And it was like, yeah. I don't know. There's no drawback. There wasn't a drawback in the end at all to what he did.
But I think that's less to do with how Gon got powerful, more to do with how busted Akala or Akula is. How do you pronounce
Aluka.
it? I want to call
Aluka.
it Aluka. I think Akala's a British rapper.
He is. Fire in the booth.
Yeah.
Charlie Sloth.
But he's the most powerful character in Hollywood. Yeah. But no, it's more to do with how sort of out of place, because she's basically immortal, right? Like, I think it's more to do with her as a character as opposed to...
She did have a crazy power, though. That was, like, OP.
Yeah, that was, like, he's basically invincible, right? Like, can't be touched. Maybe it's less to do with how Gon... Because Gon, if it wasn't for her, would have just been in eternal suffering forever because of how much he had to sacrifice to get to that. And I think that's pretty bad. Like, he didn't die. He was in eternal suffering. Like, that's brutal, man. So I don't know. And even then, I still think he'd probably lose to Meruem. Because Meruem better fight IQ, and Meruem from having the royal ant's blood given to him. If we're saying adult gone and favouring that in a heightened state, cool. We'll just take Meruem at his best too, which would have been when he had 2 of the blood from the royal gods. Imagine if he had all 3 of the blood of the royal gods before even Pito got to him. Mate, I don't think he would have even been beatable.
Yeah.
So
Tell you who beats them all though. The GOAT himself. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Tompa.
Tompa-san.
Tompa.
Literally my favourite character in the whole of Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. Genuinely. Every scene that he's in, I just love.
He's just a hater, man. He's just
literally
a natural.
That's his whole story. His whole character is just trying to make other people fail.
Yeah. If I can't pass, you shouldn't either. God, man.
What a great character.
Don't be like Tompa-san. Don't be like that.
Should we say who the Tompa-san of the bodybuilding industry is?
If you want to call that a name, go for it.
I don't know. I'll let you call that a name.
No, I'm not going to.
Comment down below in the comments who is the Tompa-san of the bodybuilding industry.
Tag them. Send this episode to them.
Yeah.
Right. Is that all of your questions, mate?
Yep, that's all of mine.
Yeah, that's all of mine too. So
sweet.
Yeah, to be fair, it's been a long episode, hour and 20.
Yeah.
Mate, bloody hell, we don't need Noah for these. Fucking hell.
We don't.
Right. So, yeah. And with that was... Noah's no longer in the show, boys.
No.
That's it. It's just me and Kez from now on, guys. So if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and then comment below who you want to replace Noah. If you want to do it. Obi, if you want to be the third mic on the show, bro. Message in. Alright, that's a joke. Right, either way. Right, boys. We'll see you later. Bye for now. Bye.